Hey y'all, welcome to the Realm Studio. I'm Paula, and I think my voice is just about back to normal again. So that's a relief. I'm happy about it. Today, I don't really know what to work on. I don't feel like I'm quite ready to show my work on some of the pieces I've been working on. And today mostly I worked on my website. I do need to work on a newsletter though. So here's my site. I've got my home page. This is a portfolio of my more recent pieces. I know I need to get more sci-fi kind of pieces in here. Mostly I have like fantasy oriented ones. So anyway, there's my portfolio, and down here I have a button for signing up for the newsletter and a button to get the contact form for art commissions. I'm trying to work this out so that this site will actually do more than one thing. There's my update on my comic that's coming out. There's the only thing I currently have in my shop that's not a pre-order for my comic. It's my little dragons. And I have in the header, I have the shop. I have fixed the shop. It had better be fixed. I ended up putting in my own HTML code to do the PayPal buttons instead of using the so-called shop that comes with my website. Also, there's Zazzle. And I also need to link up Etsy in case I ever do more stuff there. There's my blog, which I have not posted to. I need to work on that one. There's the link to my Zazzle store, and we have a non-functioning cart button because I went ahead and deleted all the store buttons that I tried to do, or the store pages that I tried to do before. So there we are. And here we are. There's the chat, so I can see you. If you leave me a comment on either Facebook or YouTube or Twitch, I should be able to see your messages here. But let me shrink that down just a little bit so that I can put it up here on my upper screen and not have it cover everything else that I'm using. That's up on my upper screen. I also have OBS Studio running. And there's Clip Studio. So I recently had to restart my computer. Stuff kept happening to it and things messed up. I saved some of my progress. I fixed a few things on this, which fortunately did stay fixed. But it did something weird to my formatting. What is this about? I never set it up for A4. Or, actually, this one is B4. No, wait. The binding size is A4. Yeah, this is not a standard comic size for America. And I really don't think that I could work that small. It really helps when you're doing line art if you work really big and then you shrink it down. Or so I've heard. So that's what I'm trying to do. Let me see. So I didn't get any editing done today, but I did think it over, which is just as important. So for my novel, which will be coming out soonish, very soon, as these things usually go. Maybe that's gone a little too wonky. Maybe I need to do that one in just straight lines then. There is a perspective grid on Clip Studio Paint, and I just really haven't used it. I haven't experimented with it enough to see what I'm really doing. So I'm just going to eyeball this a little bit. Yeah, that's not really a realistic perspective there. I think it would look more like this one. Yeah, I don't think I can actually... Let's get rid of that. Let me think. I have something in mind here. And now I just need to think of where the disappearing point's going to be. Alright, so if the image in my mind here has the back corner of the building here, and it's the interior of it, so yeah, the further back this goes, the further forward this is going to have to come. So I did want the space to be bigger, so I think what I'm going to do is put a short wall here. way you match the angle. This would have gone on forever this way. Alright, so our imaginary disappearing point is way up here. We are underground somewhat. I know, I need to look this up and remember how to do it properly. So that should give me an idea of the scale of the space. Now, stop that. So let's see, today was weird. See, that needs to come out this way. And then further back in here, that's where it needs to go. Okay, I think I've about figured out what I did here. So, yeah, it's not perfect. But better imperfect and attempted than never tried. And let's see, I did have a few ideas that I just wanted to sketch out here. It's probably not going to be something that's ever going to be used. But I did want to sketch out this idea because it is something I had in mind, and it's going to help me with visualizing my book while I'm doing the editing. Let's see. Here we are. Maybe what I really need here is to put a guideline down. Nope, it needs to be bigger. Need to think where this is going to be. I always have a little bit of trouble drawing ellipses. Because I never quite know where to start the line. And let's try and get rid of a few extra lines here. Okay. So I'm going to start off with my general stick figure, getting the proportions in. I've been looking at some more figure drawing tutorials, and I think I've figured out where I can correct a few things. So I'm excited about that. I am going to have to work on this a little bit more. The tricky part about drawing from your mind is that your mind cannot make up its mind which direction you're seeing things from. So you see things from multiple directions at once. And then you only realize that when you go to actually draw it, and it's the same problem as when you try to draw a bike and you're like, well, I know what a bike looks like. And then you get started, and then you realize just how many parts there are to a bike. So yeah, that's always fun. So let's see, in a minute I'm going to have to check my proportions. Probably count those out. So for let's see. All right, so what we have let me go a little darker blue. So what we have is our line carries through the spine and most of the weight's on this leg, I think. How's it go? Actually, she's not as unbalanced as all that. So we've got, there's our head length, 2, 3, 4, 5, legs are a little short, 6, and 7. Yeah, so without some foreshortening, the legs would be a little short. And yeah, foreshortening kills me every time too. So the trick is you remember that this is the top of the shoulders. You kind of have to build them up a little bit like the Michelin Man. See, for some reason this layer has some of the wrong lines in it. Okay. So at some point I need to get around to practicing sequential art and line art and animation and everything else that I really want to do, but it's not easy to find the time. And not just, the quantity of time, but the right time. Time that I actually have to concentrate on it and I won't just be sitting there making myself frustrated. So let me see. I'm going to keep all this one in blue lines and just keep going darker as I refine them more and more. So let me see, I do need to come down on the size of my brush. Let's see. So keeping in mind that the eyes are approximately the middle of the head, and they are approximately one eye width apart. Now the width of the face is where you get to see a lot more variation in faces, I think. Let's see, I think I like my initial marks better. So this is the month that my comic's supposed to be printed. I'm supposed to get wow, I'm losing track of my thoughts really easily today. Yeah. So my comic should be printed soon. I've set up the store on my site. I should probably test that. And make sure that works. Yeah, PayPal has this developer sandbox thing that I did not bother to sign up and do. Let me see. Hands. Okay, well, I've done a lot of hand studies recently, so I think I have this. Not too bad. I'm gonna look a little bit blocky, but it's still a sketch. So I've come up with a new, better opening scene for my novel. It's got more action, got more character development, in the action. And I think it really clarifies some things that needed to be said. So I'm excited about that. Now, if I can just get around to chapter 2, because that needs a new opening scene, and I have not done it yet. But I do know what's supposed to be happening at that point in the story. I just don't know if it's going to take too long to get to the next part. So I guess what I'll do is write the whole thing, and if it needs cut later, then, well, things are easier to cut than they are to add. So I know I didn't get very far on this, but I'm going to have to go soon. I do think that I make the eyes a little too big. What can I say? I just really like eyes. So... that's too harsh of a jawline. On the other hand, she's looking very 50s right here. So, something funny about this scene. This is kind of a stolen outfit that she's wearing, so it's really baggy on her. But given the genre, it's in the official art, it's probably going to be more of a skin-tight spandex suit. That's okay, as long as people buy the book. That's what's important. It doesn't have to be all that accurate to the cover. Although I do prefer some accuracy. If it makes a better cover, then and I'm not going to argue with what makes a good cover. Okay, let's see. Let's back out of that. And fit to screen. There she is, looking kind of like a Ghostbuster. Yeah, this hand kind of turned out wonky after all. Look at that. So sometimes that is the disadvantage of working really big and then shrinking it down later. The really tricky detailed stuff ends up being a little wonky. And I think I don't have her expression quite the way I wanted it. So I'll come back to that. But this is a fun concept that I had that I wanted to work on just a little bit. Let me get back in here with the effects. Maybe a little more vivid than that. No, I'm not really ready to do another layer. And again. Yeah, I need to be sure that my figures are rounded in space. And you know, I think I'm getting the hang of it. It is a lot easier to draw with references, though. I think she's kind of ended up with rogue hair. So, yeah, I'm sorry I've been really quiet this time around, but I have a lot on my mind. I have not seen any sign of the coyote again. That was the reason why I didn't get around to doing a live stream yesterday. There was stuff going on. Things happened. I freaked out. Uh, so yeah, there was a coyote out in my yard, and I was very unhappy about that. It took me forever to get the chickens to go in the coop. It took forever to, round up all the kittens and the mama cat that have been outside and get them put up. And right now they're kind of roommates right now. I've given them the bathroom for the most part. And Mama Cat is occasionally very vocal about it. And I don't know what she wants. I just don't know. I don't speak cat. Well, anyway, I'm going to save that one so that I'll know to come back to it later. And I had another one too, but I lost it. I lost it during all the rebooting I had to do. I'm kind of upset about that. Yeah, this one could use more work. See, there's where I drew the skeleton over it last time and worked on what needed to be resized, and I did do a few things. Move them around a bit. Let's see, I will not have an art stream tomorrow night. I got places to be, so can't do that. But I will be back on Thursday and Friday, and I got to get my head back together so I can start on issue number 2 of Soulbound, because issue number 1 is about to be printed, and I still have some of those to sell, and yeah, if we just get a move on with those, and I can start talking up issue 2, which is going to have, well, it's going to be a very action-y one. I did kind of have to establish the whole premise of the thing, and there's some stuff that is going to become more obvious later that it was a setup rather than filler. I promise, nothing in issue 1 is filler. Not really. Even if it does appear to move a little bit slowly, there being only one major disaster in it. Lots of major disasters happen in issue 2. Or, well, at least the main one. Okay. I'm still very happy with this guy's muzzle. I might have to shorten the eyelashes. It might be a little much. I like the ears. I think the ears are coming along. But hands are tough. I need to come in here and smooth out these shadows some more. And possibly fix some of the proportions in here. Okay, don't forget to go visit my website, www.otherrealmstudio.com. Well, actually, I can pull up the actual thing here. Well, I could a second ago. Oh yeah, it's up on my other screen. And go visit my site, buy some hatchable dragon kits if you like. That'll also help me have a little more to throw in on issue 2, so that I can get the next issue up and running as soon as possible, because there is a bit of a cliffhanger going on in issue 1. So I would really hate to have to leave that too long. And this, during all the restarting, my starting settings changed, and I don't know why. Am I just going to have to start drawing manga? Is that what we're going to do? Is that where civilization is now? Let's see. Oh yeah, I need to do a lot of cut and paste on this just to neaten it up, which is really the nice thing about working in digital. There are a lot of nice things about working in digital, but at least you don't have to start over completely. Alright, I got a late start and now I'm running late, so I gotta go. Maybe by tomorrow I can finish catching up, and then Thursday I'll be on time. I'll be on here at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. No. I would never make it. 9 o'clock. And I'll have some idea what we can work on, whether it's something from a concept for my superhero novel, or a concept for a future chapter, or some wallpaper of Soulbound. So let me close out of this. And I can scoot this down here. Alright, so here's my site again. It's www.otherrealmstudio.com. Yeah, I've got all kind of stuff up there. And I have my shop with like 2 things in it currently. But next I will have steampunk goggles. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I know I have them, but I'm pretty sure I'll be able to get some nice pictures made of them and post them up and everything. And I'll be working on my blog post and on a newsletter update, and also on the Kickstarter update. I've got a lot of writing to do. Yo, JerryBerry180 on Twitch. It's nice to meet you, but I was just signing off. So, yeah, I'm running a little late. My stream is normally from 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. I take off Wednesdays and weekends. But if you get a chance, go visit my website. I also have a newsletter, and I am currently open for commissions. Alright. Good night, JerryBerry180. It was nice of you to stop by. Alright, so thank you for keeping me company. I'll be back on Thursday. And I'll see you in the other realm. Good night.